News Channel 5.
A Mother's Day tragedy. A charter bus accident in New Orleans kills more than 20 passengers. The U.S. Embassy in Beijing under attack in a wave of protests of the Belgrade bombing. Chinese officials are demanding answers after a tour of their bombed-out embassy. And Oklahoma worshipers finding comfort without a church after last week's tornadoes.
This is the CBS Evening News with John Roberts.
And good evening. John Roberts is on assignment in Belgrade tonight. I'm Russ Mitchell. A sad end to a Mother's Day outing today in New Orleans. More than 20 are dead after their bus headed for a day of fun veered off a highway and crashed. Tonight, police are still looking for solid answers. Jeffrey Kaufman has the story.
It was a gambling excursion to the Mississippi coast on what should have been the happiest of days. A Mother's Day group that included 8 members of one family, 46 on board. It was early in the ride when the bus skidded across 3 lanes of traffic, plunging into a 20-foot gully. At least 21 people were killed.
It was horrible. It was horrible. And the front of the bus was all crashed in. People were hanging out and crying for help, so my husband started breaking windows, trying to get people out.
New Orleans has never seen a highway accident this bad.
There were many good Samaritans on the road who, when they saw what happened, didn't hesitate. They jumped out of their vehicles and they went to work in an effort to try to save lives.
The injured were taken to 4 area hospitals. The local trauma unit went on full alert.
We're not sure how many we're treating here are going to make it. So we've got some very badly injured people, and the fact that they're elderly doesn't help at all.
Among the survivors is the driver, who told hospital staff his last memory was swerving to avoid a car that cut him off. The impact of the crash was so powerful that it took rescuers 4 hours to remove all the bodies. Jeffrey Kaufman, CBS News, New York.
In China, the U.S. Embassy remains under attack by angry demonstrators following NATO's bombing of the Chinese embassy in Belgrade. The situation has become dangerous enough for the U.S. State Department to issue an advisory cautioning Americans against travel to China. Barry Peterson reports.
It was one of the most violent attacks on a foreign embassy in more than 3 decades. Thousands of protesters, some hurling rocks, demonstrating outside the U.S. Embassy and nearby consular section. A few even trying to get onto the embassy grounds. Ambassador James Sasser reached inside the embassy, said he was concerned about the direction the protest may be taking.
We haven't been able to leave, and frankly, we don't see any end to this in sight in the short term. It could go on for a number of days.
There were angry signs and ugly chants, "Kill Americans" and "Get out, American pigs." Others brought pictures of the Chinese diplomats killed in Belgrade. All Chinese should express our feelings, said this protester. We Chinese cannot be pushed around. We would rather die standing than live lying down. Police finally moved in with force to protect the embassy, but in this tightly controlled society, a protest like this can only